I said this is private. Uh-oh. There we are, and we're live. I was like, wait a minute, that's private. I don't want that private. I want this public, YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another RSG D&D campaign. This time we are playing Star Wars 5th edition for Dungeons & Dragons. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Ranger J 1999. And welcome to our D&D stream where you hang out with you guys for a couple hours on Sunday and just have some fun playing Dungeons & Dragons in the universe of Star Wars 200 years in the future of past the Battle of Yavin with our group of characters and and just have fun with you guys. Hope everyone's doing well here on Sunday. Hope everyone's being safe and enjoying your weekend. It has been a madhouse of a weekend for me personally because I've been streaming like a monster. And we just keep rocking and rolling. But let's let the characters introduce their characters and name, and then we'll kind of get a recap, and then let's just start playing. It's what we do. So, all right, here we go. Starting out with the top tills, introduce your character.
I'm playing Darth Vader, the Chosen One.
Okay, that's a new name. I have never heard that name before.
Kornputhu Nanuku. Chiss Deadeye Scout.
All right, Johnny M.
I am playing as Vornu Wiziladorum, a Chiss droid engineer and geologist.
There you go. The lovely Maz Kanata.
I'm playing Videsra Luhu. She's a Zabrak lady fighter.
There you go. Corinth.
I play as Taurax, a Sith pureblood sentinel.
All right. Grim the mechanic.
I am playing a meat popsicle.
Somewhere over the Grand Canyon, apparently.
No, I'm playing Osk 10, Trandoshan Sith.
All right. DT.
Hey, I'm playing Jalo Theta, the Bith operative saboteur.
All right. And then last but not least, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman. Move it on. No, who are you playing as, Dr. Finn?
I am playing a Twilight monk named Darabit, who has since been coined as Darabit.
Yes,
Darafin.
Darafin.
Darafin, get right.
Let me check something. I hope we don't have bad storms coming in. Let me check the weather channel because I don't know how it is where you guys are, but because of just the time of year and stuff.
Monsoon season, man.
Let me tell you something, man. This goddamn weather of late has been pretty shitty. Well, it's so goddamn hot that we've just been getting thunderstorms, bad ones, in the day.
Well, I mean, that hit me last night during our big D&D
Yeah, it hit
stream.
you yesterday.
Yeah, God was like, oh, nope.
It's like Grim is going to get introduced. Zap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the timing was pretty perfect on that.
It was.
It's threatening to storm right now too.
We got a good percentage of chance for thunderstorms right now, but then starting tomorrow through the rest of the week, 80% chance. I'm like, oh goody. I'm looking at the map right now, like, okay, yeah, we do have some storms over us right now. Nothing too crazy, but they're over us right now. So if I just cut out or anything, yeah, you'll know why. So I'm going to be watching this. Let me see what the future says. Please clear. Please don't be poopy. It's not telling me anything.
I'm looking at the radar your direction.
All signs point to maybe.
This little it's starting to pop up everywhere, little stuff everywhere. So it's the nature of the time of the year living in Birmingham, Alabama. Okay, enough for that nonsense. So I just thought that I heard thunder, and I'm like, oh god, here we go again. Because I actually had, what was one of our campaigns, I was like, poof. When we last left our band of merry misfits, they had gone to the 7th Fleet, still investigating the dealings of a certain Grand Moff Brooklyn. Bikelin. I said Brooklyn. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell he's up to. There's been rumors of him, maybe a traitor, other things of that nature. There's a lot of pieces of the puzzles that our group doesn't know, but their Grand Moff has sent them on an errand to find out what it is, and if it is something nefarious, to put a stop to it. But That's all they've been doing is investigating, going here, going there, doing lots of stuff. They have some clues that lead them to the Seventh Fleet, which is controlled by Grand Moff Gloss. And they are heading there. But they needed some way to get into the Seventh Fleet. They just couldn't just pop up into the Seventh Fleet and be like, "Well, hello there. We'd just like to take a look around here and see and ask some questions if you don't mind." I mean, some of them are Chiss Empire officers, but that doesn't really mean anything. You just don't randomly show up on a Sith fleet that's doing maneuvers.
Y'all, hello there.
Hello there. So what they did is they went to Talrax's former master, well, still master, but his initial master, Bakura, and they had a long conversation with her, got some insight into some things that they had been wanting to get from answers and stuff about them personally, and they then she's arranging for them to meet. I'm trying to remember if you had met Gloss yet. I don't think it's been a while since we did this campaign, so my notes don't say.
No, but I think
The name
that Kara
doesn't-
was about to bring us over there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think you guys are getting ready to board on a shuttle. We'll say that, and you're getting over to meet Grand Moff Gloss. So you're on the specialized Sith destroyer. You guys take a shuttle over to. You leave your ship there, and you know get on the specialized shuttle that goes over to this ginormous superstar destroyer that is just massively. It's a 3/4. Or it's three more than 3/4 longer than like what you would see Death Stars, or I'm sorry. Imperial Superstar Destroyers from back in the day. It's much bigger than that, and you can see that it is armed to the teeth. It has got, you're seeing all different types of ships flying around, and on patrol. You guys are cleared. The shuttle you're in is a standard Imperial shuttle. You guys land onto the deck of the ship, no problems. You see that there's, as soon as you get off the ship, that there is specialized red troopers in black and red armor that immediately greet you. It's a security detail and protection force at the same time, and you see that there's a lieutenant liaison that is there waiting for you. A woman, human woman with black hair, very black hair that's tied up. She's wearing her standard Imperial uniform. She's wearing a gray top with black pants, with a white stripe on the side, which kind of indicate that she is she's staff to the main deck, probably somebody of significance, and she greets you guys and heads you to meet Grand Moff Gloss. You guys go through what seems like forever. It takes this long, fast bullet kind of item that takes you to where you need to go. It takes you about 15 minutes from the shuttle through the transport system.
14 miles of Star Destroyer.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's like that one scene in Ghostbusters where they're going up the stairs. Top. Are we there yet?
No, you're not.
Remind me when we get to floor 20, because I'm going to throw up.
And so you guys get there. You get to this main office. You can see that there's guards everywhere. You notice that you guys go up to, and you can tell you take a turbo lift up, and you basically are in the command deck of the ship section, right, which is ginormous. But her office is in that same location. It's in the turret, area. So you guys. What is my phone saying? Install now. Okay, I guess I got new software. Well, go for it. That was random, just beat it right in my face. Yes, phone, go for it and do your updates. And you see that it's a long hallway that probably can see where the command deck leads to in this long passageway with other stuff, probably armaments, things of that nature, communications things, and different sections. And you guys go to this huge double door entry that's got 2 guards posted. The other guy's going to go to the side and wait. The double doors open. You can see that there's a living room area, and very flush red is kind of the design with white furnishings and stuff. It's very simplistic, but elegant, right? It's got this look of like comfort, but it's not gaudy. Like, and the one thing that you do notice that you see tons of what are highlighted around the office, and this, or not the office, but this living area, certain sculptures and paintings and other things from looks like all over the galaxy, different kind of archaeological, artistic, different things. You see there's a book, an actual book that's on a stand, that's kind of like in a display thing in a case, and then you see the other double doors on the other side of this living area open up, and then you see the person that is escorting you, the lieutenant, immediately comes to attention, and shouts out, "Admiral on deck!" And anybody that's in the military knows that they should be in the position of attention as she comes walking in, because not only is she Grand Moff, but she's also Grand Admiral of this fleet. So you see her walk out with she's kind of talking nonchalantly to someone just rolled. What? Did I just hear a roll? Don't do that. It throws me off. I was like,
he's standing. He's standing. That's what he was doing.
So, talking to someone real quick. You don't really hear the conversation, and then that person takes off. You can see when she walks in, she has jet black hair. Her eyes are extremely purplish red. Those that are Chiss know it's a certain trait that Chiss have. On her face is a 4 scar lines that run down the side of her face over her right eye. The eye doesn't look like it's been damaged at all, but maybe it's a biological eye, you don't know. But she does have a mark on her face. Her hair is pulled back in a military style and a ponytail. She is dressed in her white Grand Admiral Fleet top. You can see that from her decorations, she's got 3 rows marking her highly decorated, and then you can see her rank and insignia. But she carries on her, you see standard military issue blaster at her side. You also see it's kind of jetting out 2, looks like some sort of blades sticking out that kind of poke out the back on her in a cross pattern, so she can easily get to them and stuff. And her pants, although her top says military and very, professional and things of that nature, her pants are not. Her pants are like combat. Her boots are combat. She's not, she's ready to.
Pants say, "I'm ready for business."
She's ready for business and stuff.
Business on top, combat on the bottom.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's a Chiss mullet.
Johnny, your character died. I'd like you to re-roll a new character.
Okay.
Hashtag thank the maker.
All right.
Hashtag Chiss mullet. That's just
Yeah.
It's all over the space Googles.
It's the Space Googles. Just in time for Space Summer.
I'll have to put it on Space Twitter.
Okay, I have to space Google search space
Space pants.
I'm gonna
She's wearing space
on the
pants.
Hyper Yahoo.
Oh god, and the campaign has gone to shit.
Well, my Space Twitter account said that it was trending.
You might actually have to reroll your character now. You're getting really close. And that's just me, the DM, talking, who is not the DM.
So she comes
Chris
in.
Mullet bring up things of Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, I don't know. Robert. So she walks in. She just kind of stands there very stoically, and she looks at the lieutenant like, "Report." And the lieutenant says, "Yes, madam. These are the requested visitors from Master Bakor." And she's like, "Very well. Please have them. Please report back to your duty assignment, and we will discuss." The lieutenant leaves, and she's like, "Well, welcome to my abode. Please sit." And she just kind of goes over to a chair and takes a seat. You guys all sit down, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Sounds like plan.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. But I'm also going to be like very fascinated by all this art. And I'll kind of be out of the corner of my eye looking and studying the art.
She actually notices you doing that. She's like, I see you are looking at some of my collection.
Why, yes, it's quite extensive. I haven't seen such an impressive collection.
Well, it's through some of my travels and understanding. From my great ancestor, something I've learned from him is that to know one's enemy, you must learn about them, their art, their history, their society. To completely destroy someone, or dominate, or know them, you must first respect them and their ways. And she goes like, this was when I was younger and didn't follow those rules.
Wow. That's fascinating. I'm just impressed. That's very insightful.
You can learn a lot from philosophy and things of that nature. But I'm sure you didn't come here to discuss my finer tastes in things that I find fascinating. I am told that you requested a meeting on a matter of utter urgency, somewhat. So, who speaks for you and will relay why you're here?
I look immediately at Vornu, who I'm assuming may be drooling at this moment. So
Yes, Vornu, are you drooling at this moment?
Most higher mental functions have stopped.
Little P
And
came out.
she's trying to think of the best way that she can get some kind of a selfie without adding on like the space Snapchat filters for all the dog ears and everything.
You just really want to push it, don't you, John? You just want to push it, don't you?
I'll speak up and introduce Talrex at this point.
Well, do it.
No, I hope that the guy who's drooling could actually explain. So come together.
Somebody say something to introduce somebody. What the hell's going on here?
All right.
I'll speak up and
I'll
say,
kinda
might I
look over to
introduce my-
Talrex.
Now everybody's speaking at the same time. Who wants to introduce somebody or and get the conversation?
I'll speak up and say, might I introduce to you Vornu, my just compatriot, and our engineering specialist.
Yes.
What's your rank right now? You're a commander?
Lieutenant Commander.
Lieutenant Commander.
Oh, Lieutenant Commander Volnu.
It is an honor to meet you, Grand Admiral.
Likewise.
Well, thank you. I've read numerous books on you and the 3 that you've written yourself.
Which ones?
All 3 that you wrote.
I've written many thesis, papers, books, mainly about military tactics and strategy, things of that nature. But I assume this is not why you've come here, Lieutenant Commander?
Not entirely. We have reason to believe that there may be other intent behind some of the shipping that has been going on throughout the different fleets.
What about it?
Recently, through a clerical error, it appears, you may have received a shipment meant for a different fleet.
I'm not aware of any unauthorized shipments. When you say clerical error, what do you mean?
It looks as if the wrong shipment was shipped to your fleet instead of the 3rd fleet.
Yes, there was that. I remember vaguely that we received extra supplies, but I just took them and told the 3rd fleet to take a hike. It would have been too much of a headache to restock, take them back, and then send it back. I'm like, just order some more.
Was there anything peculiar about the either the container that it arrived in or what was ordered?
Not that I'm aware of. Standard military issue supplies, parts, rations?
None of it
that
had
nature?
an upgraded biomolecular scanner security device.
Not that I'm aware of, no. Nothing that has been reported to me, no. Is that all you have for me? You came all this way just for that? Are you... She kind of smirks. Are you really going to tell me what you really are here for?
We've been told to verify whether or not there's the possibility of one of the Grand Moffs in the fleet being perhaps a traitor.
She thinks about this. And your Grand Moff Babar believes this to be the case?
She does.
Well, Babar has always been one of who I find, even though she's a human, quite capable. She would not have raised the ranks. We actually went to the academy together. She says this is so. That adds weight to it. Very well, what do you need from me?
We were hoping that there would have been something different about those supplies that you received from the Third Fleet.
You'd have to talk to probably one of my logistic commanders and officers. I receive reports, but stuff like that's mundane. I look at it, but nothing that, that's why you have staff.
Agreed.
I can get you in touch with them if you want.
That would be good.
She's like, all right, what else do you require?
If the time ever does come with this, if this Moff is betraying the Empire, the technology that he would be looking to give to the enemies would not be able to fall into their hands.
Speak plainly, Commander.
It may be necessary to request a force to prevent his ships from escaping eventually with this technology or allowing it to be transferred to others.
I leave that to you. I am constrained in some form by my position. I just can't act to act. But
I'm aware of that.
But if push comes to shove and you can prove what you can prove, then I would be acquiesced not to take action.
And that's all I would ask.
All right. Well, see what proof you can find. And then she pushes something, little button on her wrist. Lieutenant, yes, Mo. Escort these people. Come in and escort these people to the logistics commander down the transport section, and check the records and see cargo within. How long ago would this have happened? What, a couple weeks ago? Month ago?
Turn and the rest of the group. When was this?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
I'll pull it up from the log and share the exact time.
All right. So let it be done. All right. Anything else?
If the situation arises, Grand Moff, and we do find something and we need to get into the Third Fleet, would you be able to assist us?
That I cannot do. I can...
Well,
get you in
I do
touch
have
with
a
the
plan
right.
in which.
You have your own Grand Moff. She can.
Well, my thought was, if you do not need these supplies, we could simply be messengers returning supplies to the Third Fleet. In which case, we could get into the Third Fleet with reasonable cause, and you can leave us there as you wish to do what we need to. The return of shipments from the Seventh Fleet to the Third Fleet could give us our plausible reason to get into the ship.
Not direct assistance, but a way of getting on without suspicion.
Correct.
Ah, very well. All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. The lieutenant comes in. Lieutenant, please escort these people to where they need to go. Yes, Mom. And she just looks at all you. This way, please.
It was a pleasure. Good to meet you.
She stands and watches you guys leave. You guys all bundle out, and then you follow this lieutenant. You go down the turbo lift down to
I check on Vornu as we're walking. Vornu, are you okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You didn't seem like quite yourself at the beginning there.
She's taller than I expected.
No, they say usually they're shorter. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I know you have an admiration for this one.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, glad you're okay. Your pants are good too?
Yeah. So far, so good.
Okay. Okay. Have to check in on the pants.
These ones are reinforced. I had them commissioned.
The big, like bedpan stuck to the bottom of your pants.
Like Kevlar.
Have you tested them to ensure that they actually function as you wish?
See, what we need to get your character, Johnny, is a booty double.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we there yet? This is a long ride.
It's a pretty long ride. You can keep the conversation going. It'll take a few minutes to get there. Awkward silence after that statement from everyone's kind of looking around, not wanting to say anything to one another.
Vornu backs into a corner to keep everyone from staring at her ass.
I'll look at Osk. How do we find a booty double? I don't know. Can we just put out a request to the Empire for it?
I'm standing right here.
How would we?
You
are Lieutenant Commander.
We're going to speak to a quartermaster. Why don't you ask them?
How to get you a booty double?
Well, you can just fill out the requisite paperwork and see if you can...
I have no standing. It would have to be you, Lieutenant Commander.
You can make a special claim. It would be an additional form on top of the normal 34 forms required.
Okay. That's a lot for a booty double. I figure we can just spy on some people and see if we can pay them. Compare.
You'd have to fill out the form 800TY.
In triplicate.
Of course, it's a given. Important thing is having it notarized.
Freaking 800TY form. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I'm done for the rest of the ride.
Right. Anybody else? Right. So you guys eventually get to the supply area of the ship. It's a lot of stuff in there, and Lieutenant hooks you up with the commanding officer of logistics and supplies, and older gentleman, graying hair, in his imperial uniform, all gray. He's like, "How might I be of service to you people?" And then the lieutenant explains, he's like, "All right." He pulls up his data pad and he says, "I've got some of the supplies here. Seems to be in order. We had extra stuff come in and we've been using it. It's all checked out. The pots were the pots and everything was good. I do have a few crates if you want to look at them."
Were any of the crates different from standard?
Not that I'm aware of. Soon to be in proper order.
Where are these crates that you still had?
Follow me. He kind of looks like he's like put off that he has to be doing grunt work. But, you know, when the Grand Moff wants him, he's requesting, he's not going to say no. Right, so you guys, let me see, my phone's, my phone's finally got the update done. Yay! Yay!
Less than an hour.
Yeah, he sees that there's a couple crates. He calls a couple droids over and pulls out a couple of, he pulls out like 4 of the crates. 2 of them, are just waiting to be, or they're smaller ones, but they look like they're labeled as for medical supplies. The other 2 are parts and components. One's for ships, and then one is just battery powered. So it's in a specialized box, just to make sure that the energy packs are locked in a certain way. They just haven't been sent around to the other. This is the main storage area. So if there's only so much storage area in the other parts where they keep the stuff. If they need more, they come to this part to grab the excess if they need it. So they keep the other parts fully stocked. If they need anything after it's been used or anything, then they come back and get more here. But this is the main area where they keep a lot of stuff. And there's the boxes in front of you.
Can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah, go for it.
I will begin walking over.
He is annoyed.
And any of the crates matching the description that Darabit and
Well, that's where I'm going.
had,
I want to go scan
mentioned
them.
to us.
I'd like
Hard
to
to say. I mean, they're all standardized military imperial crates that you've seen. Those that have actually been looking at the crates look like all the other crates in this warehouse and the ones that you saw previously. So there's nothing special about them.
I'm going right to the lock to see if the lock is legitimate, because I think the other one had the illusion over it, right? So
Make an
with the
investigation
biometric.
check.
Okay. 8.
You are convinced that this is a good lock.
Okay. Can I try it on the other one too? There's how many crates?
There's 2 small ones. You don't think that these pertain. He just grabbed them because you said you just want to see the cargo. You weren't specific, so this is the 4 that he had with him.
That haven't been opened yet, right?
Have
That's
not
what
been
we had
opened or
asked.
used or sent off anywhere.
Okay.
So you don't really think those, but the other one that says power cells things, this is the one you go for. So make an investigation check on that one.
Really?
Dear
You
God.
you are
Wow.
convinced that these are the best normal locks you have
Wow.
ever seen. In fact, you start you forget about the lock and you just staring at the box like, wow, this is a really nice box.
Yeah.
I'll walk over to Darafit. Come on, you gotta
You
pay
d-
attention.
You don't
Sorry.
you don't know
The box
that.
is extremely nice.
You just saw him make an investigation check. You don't know how well he does. So Darfin, you can.
Well, I'm distracted by the box, right? So I'm just like.
Well, yeah, you guys see him check the lock, and he's checking the box. So maybe he just think he's being thorough.
But
He
this
hasn't
is a
seen-
really fine box. I mean, if you're gonna put power cells in something, this is the type of box.
good
you would-
quality Chiss Empire
really wanna-
craftsmanship. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see
So-
why they're so efficient.
Sturdy corners, reinforced. Maybe not as much as Vonu's pants, but still pretty reinforced.
Yeah, it is pretty reinforced.
Can I check the side of the crates? You know how we had seen
Make an
those
investigation check.
specific kind of scrapes? I want to see if they match. 13.
Wow.
It's
I
better
mean, so
than
I
you.
rolled a 3 and a 1, and then you proceeded to roll a 2.
This
Next roll
group is on
guaranteed
fire.
to be a 4.
Looks, you don't see anything.
I forgot just how dysfunctional this group is.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel convinced that no one's actually trying, and I want to help too.
All right. What do you want to do?
We did tell you guys what we saw, right, with a long time ago about the illusion.
Probably not.
Yeah, we
No,
did.
we did.
I
We told you
showed
what we
the
saw with the
schematics and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. We showed you how
I
we
mean-
got to the biometric stuff, so you guys would know what to
I
look
won't at
for
least
as
feel
well.
legit convinced that I don't believe them, so can I make an insight?
Make an
See-
insight check to see if they know what they're talking about. Yeah, you know that they're completely talking out their ass.
Hey, I legitimately believe that this box is nice.
What
Right.
is the
I would like
quartermaster's
to-
rank?
I would like to push past.
He is
and try and see
he is a commander.
I'd like to push past and actually try and investigate now that I feel completely lost all hope that they were knew what they were looking for.
We got distracted.
So,
Commander, would you be able to open these crates for us?
well, I could, yes. I mean, he's like, 1 second, and he goes over and checks his thing and opens up the first crate. It's parts that you can see. And then he opens up the second one, and it is who made the request to open up the crates?
Vornu did.
Vornu gets a light side point. And then he opens up the other one, and it's a little bit more delicate with this one, but it takes a second, but it pops out, and it's power cells.
So all the crates are now open.
Yes.
And are these the same size as the ones we saw before, or are these the smaller crates? These are the small
There's
ones?
two smaller crates that wouldn't be the same size, but the two other crates are just like the other crates you guys size-wise.
Okay, and the bigger ones are the ones he just opened. It's just parts. Okay.
Looks like up and up.
Too, then.
All right. Well, this isn't the same, but
same size, same everything.
But the big ones, we should seal up and make sure that we keep them as is if we need to return them, as we spoke with the moth about.
Yeah, the commander's like, he puts it back together and has them lift up. He's like, there's a few other crates. You can you can go down to the weapon facility. There's two of these kind of crates that were also shipped there. If you would like to check those out.
Please.
Have they been opened?
No, they're just sitting there waiting to be used.
Commander, yes, if you could have those crates please brought here.
No, that's not how that works there. You have to go there because they're stored there.
All right, well.
Lieutenant, she's like, yes, sir. Please take them to the armory and check those crates as well, please. It's like, right away, sir. And so, squirt you down. You guys take another shaft and go here and then go up and then take another shaft and then you're into the armory. It's a giant ship. I mean, it's big. And so you walk into the armory, you see that there's actually a droid and two low-ranking... there's a lieutenant, an ensign there, and a lot of crew there. You see some stormtroopers, regular stormtroopers, getting fitted out and stuff, requesting some stuff, and you see a female woman there, and she's like, "Yes, how can I help you?" And the lieutenant says, "They need to see the following two crates for inventory, please." Oh, from the Grand Moff. Very. And she just walks off, and then she just has two droids come around the side, and they plop these two giant crates like the other two you saw. Again, looks like...
I'm going to try to redeem myself. Can I investigate these ones?
Yes, investigate the locks.
Okay, come on. 4! I got the 4!
It's perfect.
You're just like...
We are on a roll! I rolled
So
a
with
1,
my
a
instilled
3.
confidence from earlier,
In 16
can I
more rolls
investigate
now.
Eventually, I'm on perfect track here, so I rolled a 3, a 1, and a 4, right? So eventually, I will get to double digits.
Yeah,
eventually.
I'm still lacking confidence.
It
from
might
the
be
prior.
next week.
It's a standard lock. Doesn't look like anything's out of the place. You don't see anything.
Okay.
On the first box.
Okay,
I'd like to look at the second box.
Well, too many people talking at once.
I'd like to investigate the next one.
All right, so Corin, go investigate the next one.
Damn you and your double digits.
My God, that one roll is more than all of yours today.
I know.
It is.
It's actually, yeah.
Looks like a standard Imperial lock. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't look anything out of place at all. There's nothing wrong with it. You can see from what they described and what you're used to and know.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't seem to be like a backdoor hidden biometrics lock on the backside of it. You kind of move in and look, and you're able to daftly, without even damaging the other one, look, and you're like, yeah, it looks pretty squared away.
Okay, I'll request to see the contents.
All right, you open it up and you see that they are, one is parts for blasters, different parts for the blasters. The other ones are barrels. Sometimes the barrels have to be replaced on some of the bigger cannons, things of that nature that are used because they get heated up, and then just for parts if anything happens. So one's nothing but barrel parts, and the other one's nothing but parts for different types of blasters, hand rifles, things of that nature. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, nothing that looks like droid parts. Though,
Not
right?
even close.
Okay. Okay. Maybe we should return these as well then.
Yeah, you put them back, and they take the crates and just go put them back in place. And, hey, is there anything else I can help you with? Like, she looks at you guys. The lieutenant looks at you guys. Do you require anything else?
Well, Lieutenant, do you happen to have the full manifest of everything that was received in that same ship?
I do, and then she pulls it up for you. And you see that some of the stuff has been used already, but it was legitimate stuff because it has been used. Like, some of the medical supplies have been used. Some of the food and other parts have been actually used on ships and things of that nature that have been recorded saying, this has been used and replaced and stuff like that.
Anything for engineering or robotics?
There's no such. There's a droid. There is droids there, droid parts, but it looks like the parts that they used were just standard stuff that replaced parts on droids and things of that nature. But there's nothing out of the ordinary that you can see from there.
Do you happen to have a manifest of which droids those parts were used in?
Yes, she does, and she puts it up. And some are mouse droids. One was used on an arm for one of the medical droids. It had a glitch, but it's a standard, medical droid, like the one you saw in Empire Strikes Back. There was a couple protocol droids that had some problems with their circuitry, with their voice modulators. So they had to replace those, but nothing that. For Vornu, especially you looking at this, looks nothing like what you saw in that factory that would be even remotely anything that would make have alarm bells go off.
Okay.
Okay. Well, maybe we should go and discuss what our next steps are.
Okay. It's like, very well. Where would you like to go? So the lieutenant looks at you.
Do you have a place, like a meeting conference room that we could
she doesn't even let you finish. She just... you follow her out the door. She walks over, and you guys go about 100 feet, and she opens up a small room. It looks like just a small little conference room and stuff. It's like, you can use this office. I'll be outside. Whenever you're done, ready, let me know. And then she just stands in position of attention at the door and leaves it open so you guys can go in.
Very good, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Commander.
Thank you.
Sir?
I'd like to scan the room for any...
You guys notice, too, like, anybody that has military rank, she acknowledges, and she also acknowledges the Sith. Those that don't, she doesn't even give you the time of day.
I'd like to make sure to scan the room for any sort of taps.
Make a technology check. We'll make a technology check first. Okay, and then make an investigation check.
Damn you and your double digits, freaking.
Someone competent, yay!
You do.
Hughes just rolls everything from now on.
You do know that the room is, which makes sense, right? There are cameras in the room. There are recording devices in the room. Not overtly, though. I mean, it's pretty obvious that there are recording stuff and things of that nature in here, which would make sense, right? One for security and one just in case like they need to listen back on a conversation or something like that. So if you guys want to have a silent but deadly meeting, you're going to have to do something about that.
I carry Pocket Scrambler with me if we need to make this silent.
Do you use it?
Yes.
Okay, so you go ahead and pop that off, and because of how well you rolled, it's working, it's functioning correctly.
Okay.
Very good, Corn. Thank you.
What are our next steps? Are we going on to the Third Fleet?
Well, first, so we've pretty much determined nothing so far. Am I correct?
No,
I would say we've confirmed that this shipment was just a ruse that they could expedite the other shipment through the security protocols.
Yep, it is exactly as Master Balkura had mentioned to us.
Ninth Fleet seems perfectly
There was
clear.
a purposefully messed up shipment to relay a duplicate shipment with haste. Yeah. I understand. I agree.
Mhm.
This was
So,
a distraction.
Very good.
So at least we can confirm that they are very thorough in their methods. Whoever this is. But I mean, we can use your plan, Terrafin, to get on the third fleet or the seventh fleet. I thought we were trying to get on the seventh.
You're on the seventh.
No,
fleet right
we're
now.
on
On
the
the
seventh.
Seventh, we need to.
Oh, I
get
thought we're on the
third.
ninth. Yeah, my notes are all messed
She
up.
is.
Okay.
She
No,
is the
ninth is where Balcura was, but now we went to the seventh because that's where the shipment went, right? And then the third is where the Grand Moff Bacane is that we're going after.
But who's
yeah.
on first?
I don't know.
But now we're on the seventh.
So
Sorry.
yes, we need to gather everything that we can. That can
No,
go to the
Bakar
third
is with the seventh
Yeah.
fleet. What did I say? She was on the ninth fleet.
I
That
thought
was-
we were. I thought.
No, I thought the
Balcura-
Ninth Fleet was our own Moff.
Yeah, she controls.
Oh,
the
ninth is our
fleet.
own.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she controls the ninth. The guy you're investigating controls the third.
Third.
This is the
and then
seventh
shipment.
fleet, right? And
Okay.
and Bakar is the Sith liaison strategist
On the seventh.
on the seventh fleet. That's why
Oh,
she
okay.
took
I
the
had the
shuttle
ninth
over.
written. Okay.
Yeah, the
got it.
ninth is for, I believe, with my notes saying that is
Our Moff.
your Moff
So-
Babar.
Yeah, that would explain why we haven't found any of the crates. 'Cause
Yep.
they got shifted more than likely to the third
Right. By design.
somehow.
By
All right, so
yeah.
we need to get everything that's not supposed to be here, and utilize that as a deliverance with
Mhm.
whatever kind of
Well,
paperwork.
it looks like they've used a lot of it already, so
Sure.
so that's probably not going to be.
So it's a small amount.
When's
And
the
we-
next shipment scheduled to arrive?
Well, we also do know that they've already sent replacement shipments. Remember,
Yeah.
my logistic friend said that they ordered a replacement and said keep these supplies.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know if they would ever refuse supplies coming in general, right? If the Moff of the seventh is graciously returning supplies, I imagine the third fleet would accept.
You also remember
she if they're
she
trying to keep it
but
secret.
Josh, remember in your conversation, I'll just help you out, said that she told him to go F off.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. She would have to like show a change of heart of some way. So.
You kind of get from her that she's probably not going to want to do that.
Unlikely.
She's not even going to try to, even the slightest hint of weakness, she's not even going to consider like, oh, I'm so sorry for what I did earlier. Here's a token. No, not with this. Maybe she would kiss ass in some other way, but
Maybe we could say
Right.
that this was an order just from the engineering.
While
that
we're
they had to-
chatting, can I check in on my my feed with the other tracker and see if it's moved at all on the other crate?
there is a delay.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think
wait,
said it was
and
like
then
an
you
hour.
see-
1 hour delay.
You see that something weird happens. You're watching it, and all of a sudden, static, and then
what was-
so you're getting the image. The crate's still there. The droid's just locked and loaded. All it's using is power force, just as the camera. Then all of a sudden, static, and then no signal, and then the signal comes back. The droid's still there, but in the room in a different position and moving. The crates are gone. Then it looks like the droid, something happened. The crates were taken. The droid is now trying to find the crates and it's confused.
Interesting. Can I see like the timestamps of how long the static was?
Yeah, it was for about like from what you delay, because you can speed it up, right? I'm just saying you would probably speed up until it was
Yeah.
done. You're not gonna sit there for like an hour going, still static. It's for like an hour.
About an hour. Okay. And so the tracker is still there for sure.
It's
in the
there,
same
but
room.
it doesn't have
No longer
instructions.
attached to the box.
It's
Right.
no longer attached to the box, and it's it's moving around and it's stealthily. It's doing a good job, but it's not seeing any of the boxes, and it's trying to identify and see if it can find them.
Okay.
So with the timestamps and stuff that he just got, can we conclude about when the static started, as opposed to like what we were doing at that time?
Rough
We just-
estimate, 10 hours ago that this happened, roughly, in real time. Since you guys arrived here and stuff like that, time gets a little
Right.
tricky when you're hyperspace jumping.
Yeah, relative time. So obviously I'll share that. Be like, well, I think we we have some news. Our plan A seems to have some activity, although it's not always positive. Seems like they've detected the droid and the crates are missing. The tracker's working to find it, but it seems like they're onto it.
I mean, at this point, even getting onto the ship is risky because that's what, 8 hours? You said 8 to 10 hours ago?
Yeah, well, that was when it moved. I mean,
When it moved.
We're days away from this ship right now.
Right. So even by the time we hyperspace, they might have gotten rid of the shipment.
Well,
And
I'd
sent it
say,
to-
Watson, we'd have a mystery on our hand.
You are not helping, Osk. You are not helping. Just not helping.
He just wanted to use that pipe.
It was a force
Yes, I
pipe.
did.
Yep. He manifested a force pipe.
Yes,
right
a
in
force
his
pipe.
mouth.
I mean, it's
Did you order that from Space Amazon?
Yes.
You didn't get it at Space Mart?
only the rebels stop at Space Mart.
Shop smart. Shop space smart.
So, I mean, this is our best cover to try and get on a heavily defended military ship and poke around. But did the droid see any of those guards, by the way, or it was just those droids in the room?
They didn't. All it saw was fixated on its target, and then all of a sudden, make a technology check so you can figure out what happened. What you can hypothesize.
Okay. Yay! I did a thing.
Yay! You did something.
Nice. Very nice.
Yes,
That's
you,
when we
you
need
could
it.
tell that some kind of power surge device, something was used to knock the droid out temporarily.
It's like a jammer. Yeah. Okay.
Not a jammer, like a literally either one of two things, and your knowledge explains this. Either the room was hit with a big surge of power, knocking all the electrical out, or a device was used locally to do the same thing. But one of those things happened to knock out any kind of robotics, power, things of that nature. When it would affect droids, it would affect any kind of security cameras, anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay. So like an EMP kind of type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Any kind
So
of
they've
security.
definitely got some advanced tech. I wonder if our friend Cypher 9 may have had something to do with this.
You don't know. You have no idea.
Yeah, I'm saying that to the group. Sorry, I should be more clear.
Oh, I thought you were
Well,
asking
Cypher
me.
9.
No. Sorry.
Cypher 9 is working to at least investigate, so I don't know
I
why.
think.
I mean, she
had
was-
a device with us too. You know.
She did, but she was also, I guess, pseudo sent by Master Balkura. So it would be kind of weird if she was also somehow in on this.
True. Maybe she just didn't want us also tracking it.
It's possible.
Her tracker was much more advanced than mine. I don't know if this would have knocked hers out as well. It may have, stayed on the
Yeah.
grade. I'm not sure.
Well, we also have another issue. The Grand Moff here is likely not going to admit any kind of fault and allow, say anything as such to get the shipments back. We do need a reason why we would be delivering everything back to the third from the seventh. Perhaps we could reach out to our friendly supplies contact and let him know that we spoke with the Grand Moff, and while she will not admit any mistake, she is willing to let the shipments go back and provide us the paperwork to get onto the Third Fleet without the Grand Moff ever having to admit anything.
I think that we're probably better off just going from the start of the origin of the shipping. Just doing that right from the supply depot, or intercepting it mid-trip.
Well, the problem with intercepting right now is that we are 8 hours delayed from when we lost the signal, and we still have a day's travel to get back. So the shipment could be long gone. So if
There
we
should be
lose
a
it-
next shipment going.
Well, the next shipment may not contain one of these specialized crates.
I think that as long as we can get onto the ship. It should be relatively easy for one or two of us to become lost within the crowd of several thousand Imperials.
You could when we went onto the ship to deliver the crate, except for Cypher 9, who seemed to have some clearance, we were all restricted within the loading bay. So getting out of the loading bay into the actual ship itself would be a challenge unless we had a reason to do so.
Oh, what rank were you there as?
We were not. We were trying to be under disguise, so we were not identified.
Yeah, we were low-ranking officers, though. Ensigns, I think.
Yes, we were ensign.
Senior ensign.
Yeah, I was an ensign, and well, I have a full list. Yep, Jalo was an ensign, and Videsra and I were midshipmen. But if we gave our names, we would reveal who we are working for, which could also pose
Especially
problems.
since none of you are actual members of the military.
Correct.
Uh,
While your rank may get you access, it would also reveal who you are working for, and that could be a issue as well.
Well, there's also, we may not need to go through like military contacts and stuff like that. I mean, what did we ever figure out what system the Third Fleet is in? What sector? Because I mean, they gotta be using this technology somewhere.
They're still at the home base, still getting restocked with supply. It takes a while to do that for a fleet that large.
Plus, the idea was just kind of going out of character really quick, Grim. The thought was that they were giving these things to the rebels, right? So they weren't using it; they were shipping it potentially, and just sending the crates over to someone else, which is part of the theory. So if we think that they're trying to ship it, we may need to go back now.
Yeah, I'm just stumped on how to get cover onto the ship. You can hide us in these crates, deliver us as cargo.
I
don't think that would work out well in our favor. Surprise! No.
We could go and we could try to find some asteroids.
I am always a fan of your asteroid ideas for me.
Well, I mean, we also had the droid cover story, right? But I don't think we have a week for the lab to be finished. I don't know.
No, I think the way onto the ship would require us to reach out to the Lieutenant Lancy and see if he can provide us legitimate paperwork for us returning shipment after convincing the Grand Moff without her admitting any wrongdoing.
Well, let's try it.
That is the only way I can
see. Hopefully it'll get us further than we've not gotten. Because we keep on hitting dead ends.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that the Captain Taurax? Is that our plan?
Yeah, as he said we're running into so many dead ends that I am not quite sure what we should go, but that seems to be one of the only paths remaining. Vornu, your idol, she is what you had thought or what you had read, or did she act out of character from what you had known about her?
She was kinder than I expected.
Because obviously she was a very difficult person to get a read on, but my inclination says that she definitely was not sharing everything with us.
No, and
nor
someone
would
in her position shouldn't.
Right, exactly. Nor would I if I was her. But I'm just trying to arrive on what she was making that decision on and what she was withholding.
Well, I mean, frankly, she doesn't know us from a bulkhead, so.
Is there anyone in the progress of time that we could narrow down who might have gone after our crate? Because we had definitely spoke to these people so far, or not spoke to these yet. Is there any type of help we could do that way?
The only thing I can think of that may help us with the crates is if Talrax, since you seem to know Master Bakura, you can reach out to her and just see if she knows or heard anything from Cipher 9 about the crate. No more, no less, no specific details.
No more.
But that but that could give us at least an indication as to where the crate is, since we have lost track of it. That piece of information could go a long way in determining what we do.
I would like to assume that if there was something of that large of a consequence, that she would have at least sent a message, because she knows that I would call with the question. All of you saw how she kind of knew what I was going to ask, and the questions I had already been thinking. So I would assume she probably would have sent me at least a small message.
If they had lost track, so you believe that probably Cipher 9 is still in track of the...
Something along those lines, yes. I think if Cipher 9 would have had anything that she reported to her master that was of big consequence to us, there would have probably been at least an indirect way that we would have been told.
Okay.
But
then...
I mean, if that's what the group wants, if you do think that that's
the
best thing to do,
less...
I would like to contact her when we really hit a dead end, if we have
I
to.
agree. As minimal contact as needed. So if you know your master a little bit better than us, so if you believe she would have said something, then let's not reach out and expose that. Yeah, I think if you're if that is the plan, Captain Talrax, then I think Jalo can reach out to Lieutenant Lancy, and we can try to arrange kind of a neutral party transition of goods, which is where we would fit into this.
So, Lieutenant Lancy is Cipher 9, so we want to reach out to her directly.
Oh, sorry, not Lieutenant Lancy. What was the name? Oh God, what was the name of the?
You mean the other guy?
Yeah. Why do I? Oh, I have the name on the wrong thing.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I was just wanted to make sure we weren't.
Yeah, I have so many
to
names mixed up here right now. I think
we took too long a break. We're off.
Yeah,
on our notes.
Been a minute.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the dude that we talked to from the shipping.
Yeah. The logistics.
The logistics guy.
That
I'm trying to find his name. I think half my notes reset for some reason on my character sheet.
Yeah. Grinnin.
There you go. I was waiting to see if I was going to make you guys roll to see if you could remember.
I was checking my notes. I got it.
I think my character sheet reset or something. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So he was the guy we were working with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I can reach out to him. I can let him know. We've basically confirmed with the 9th Fleet that, or sorry, the 7th Fleet, all of the supplies are correct and in order here. But we're still tracking the other shipment and see about the next shipment on.
Wait. Are we doing that, or are we trying to return these? I think we can tell. We can say
you're not
that
going to be able to return this. Is basically the gist of what I'm trying to tell you. Most of it's been used. There's.
Oh, I know, but whatever is
5 or
left,
6
we were able to
containers.
condense. Yeah,
that'd be more of a. I'm just going to be out of character. That would be way harder, dumber, and just not work, because you have to go around to each section, grab the supplies that if it has not been used already. Plus, they've already added it to their inventory. Get new supplies, replace those because there's not part. It would be a logistical nightmare, and it would be a pain in the ass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking just the next shipment to the 3rd Fleet. We can try and get on that.
Yeah,
'cause that's what we did last round, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Grinnin is kind of he handles a lot of the paperwork, right?
Oh yeah, he's logistics for all the fleets and stuff. That's why he's always bitching and complaining.
Yeah, horrible job, I'm sure.
Yeah, and if he has something to report, he will for sure once you talk to him.
Right. But my question is, do we all want to try and go on to the 3rd Fleet now? But last time it was only the 3 of us.
We are not separating again, especially since some people almost died.
Fair enough. I just want to be clear. So we need passage.
No one almost died.
For 7. What's our cover story? Were we investigating shipments again, or?
Do we not have a plausible reason not to go in disguise? into the fleet.
Well, they're outfitting the fleet in order to get ready to go out on patrol. Were there any recent large repairs done on the main capital ship?
You don't have access to that information.
Is that something I may be able to find out eventually?
Yeah, it takes some research because you'd have to really do a deep dive, like what crews, what we're doing, what when. I mean, it'd take a good, it'd take a good day to sit through all that shit. And not here. You'd have to go on you guys back in your ship and then start digging.
I mean, anytime they would repair something, they're gonna have to have it inspected. So I'm looking for what's
all
the
that
easiest bureaucratic hole that we can sneak
This
in
is a big one because each one of those will have a manifest of work, paperwork on that was done, all that kind of stuff. And when I say paperwork, I mean it's in files and stuff like that. But you'd have to do some deep dive sifting find some information if there's any to be found whatsoever.
Go as a team to investigate for repairs or some sort of contracting work would seem more feasible than trying to go in as official and then sneak you guys in as, ranking people instead of common. Sounds a little easier.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we have our paperwork. It seemed to check out last time, except for Lieutenant Lancy. Everyone else seemed to buy it anyways. So we have our cover for the three of us that are not already ranked. If you guys don't want to make up an alternate identity, we can go as officers.
It probably would be harder for them as they would need rank in order to actually do what they need to.
Right.
So we were lowly. We were ensigns and midshipmen. We can be easily skipped over.
As long as you can forge anything you want.
You can, but it's harder to pass off as like a lieutenant commander.
It's harder to pass off as like a captain or higher because there's a lot fewer of those than there are anything from commander level down.
I'm the Grand Admiral.
Oh, Grand Admiral Darfin, we didn't know you were coming right this way. If you'd said something, we would have, we would have opened up the books.
Because you're right here.
We would have at least dusted for you. You got the white glove.
Oh, our apologies. Oh.
He looks nothing like his picture.
I've never even seen his picture before. Who is he? Secrets.
That was the point of 10 minutes ago.
All right, so what are you guys doing? Where are we going? What are we doing?
If you knew who I was, I'd have to kill you.
Okay, so I guess Talrex, I'll look to you. So you want me to contact Grin and see if there's another shuttle we can all squad on to inspect the ship for damage?
Yeah, I think that seems like the least...
Well, I'm sorry. Do we know that they need anything for repairs right now?
You have to find out.
I think we need Vornu to...
Just have to...
Excuse me. Well,
there's also the idea that... is the person working the cargo bay going to know everything going on in the ship?
No.
Blush?
Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
So
all of a sudden, a planet on the other side of the galaxy just exploded.
I mean, realistically speaking, we may be able to simply argue our way past Ensign Do-Gooder that would be in charge of the cargo bay.
Huh?
We could.
Let's give it a shot. Bring your extra pants.
I mean, if anything, so would you rather me go in rank? Because I can probably... we're probably outranking cargo bay.
Exactly. I'd say we bring our ranks. Obviously, we change out the lapel decoration that gives our names.
But how many days is it until we do have another legitimate way to get into the Third Fleet?
Yes, you do.
Which is
week
you,
or so.
Vornu. Yeah. Well, it's less than a week now, right? Because it was a week before we left, and I think it's been about 3 days.
It's only been a couple days. So, I mean, and you still have a couple days where Dr. Branson is coming.
That's the one I was talking about, yeah.
I'm sorry, Jaron
That might be
coming.
our best bet.
So by the time you get back, he'd probably be the day that he comes, so...
That sounds good,
Because then we don't need forging of anything.
Mm-hmm.
We also need an idea as to why he needs to bring us.
And yes, with all of our well, this is out of character. Rolls going our way. Yeah, we don't want to just keep having to say, check this, check that. We're other than
no, I don't want to even roll right now.
Yeah, Teals is the only one that's succeeding.
Yeah, Teals is rolling everything. Maybe DT because he got a natural 20, but I think he's probably used his luck for the day. So.
Horn, you seem to be the only one that is repeatedly able to convince people that you're not someone who you are. So I think we should go with our true identities when possible.
Very well.
All right. So you guys are going to head back?
And think of a way to make our... Yep.
Okay.
And Vornu, we need your thoughts on what we can do to show your thing
I'm
is
going
useful.
to consult the force. I'm going to go.
You know that all the
meditate
stuff
on
that you ordered should be there and ready, up and running. You've got your little cronies that they were already setting stuff up. So the place should be set up and good to go by the time you guys get back there.
Well, it's not just that, right? We needed a reason to show like why Vornu would be an asset to the special project.
Just even just knowledge itself, like someone that's very skilled with droids could be not worth somebody wanting them, right? Like I'm impressed with your knowledge of droids. Yeah. It's like, there's all kinds of subtle ways that you could do it. It doesn't have to be like, I have discovered a new microchip that allows
the Force to work with droids.
That's right.
Harnesses the Kyber crystal.
Eureka! I've discovered a droid that can make a sandwich in 5 seconds.
All right.
It works at 1.2 space nanobits faster.
That'd be amazing.
All right. So we'll say you guys fly back. Is there anything you want to do on the way back? You get back to your ship and you get in your ship.
I will meditate on this.
All right.
See what the force has to say about it.
Make a... Boy, I don't even know what to roll for this. Just this is the force.
Yeah, I'm trying to feel... I'm reaching out with my feelings, Reacher.
Roll a D100. $59. Conflicting. Not really getting anything. You feel the pull of the dark side and the light side. It's not... there's too much conflict within you at the moment. You're not able to get a good sense of like... to reach out and to really get a sense of like any kind of direction or what the force is telling you.
Ornu, I had another crazy idea.
Yeah, it's a very good try.
Well, no, it just popped into my brain that I remember Yoda talking about it to Luke that the Force can show you stuff if you ask it. So
there's too much conflict going on with you right now, Ost, for that to really.
I will write a message to Grinnin on the way back, and I will inform him that we've investigated the original misdirect shipment. And,
make an intelligence check.
Sure.
Intelligence shows he probably doesn't give a crap.
Well, he said he did.
There's a 2!
You think this is the best idea ever? Go ahead and send your message.
So I'm gonna send a message to him. Be like, the shipment that you mentioned was misdirected. Everything seems to be in order. We're still trying to track down why they got misdirected. If you've heard anything on your side, let us know, and I'll encrypt that to him as best I can when I send it.
Yeah, you sure do. Make a technology check.
I'm good at those.
You encrypt the awfulness.
It's 25. I mean,
yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
might
you do
not
a good
have
job
been smart
encrypting it. Something that you shouldn't have done is basically what's about to happen.
That's okay.
When have we not done something we shouldn't be doing? Basically,
I mean, he's been helping us so far. I'm just letting him know that everything's in order.
Okay, so
yes, now they know who we're working with, though.
What do you mean? Who does?
I don't know. Somebody. Just the they.
Them.
The big they.
Exactly. The big them and the big they.
The big T.
Other
the big T knows.
others.
The midichlorians around us.
Matthew, where are midichlorians? Well, you little turd. Sorry. So anybody else on the journey want to talk, do anything before you get back to your base of operations?
So, Vornu, I was thinking, I had another kind of crazy idea that I don't know if it actually works or not. But we encountered the special spice, right? And we saw what they did. Yeah, and we saw what it does to the living beings, how it turned them into supercharged, chaotic killing machines. Do you think there's any way to harness what happened there and infuse it in any of the droids in some way? So that we could
looking to make crazed, psychotic, drug addict robots
that are killing machines. That is correct. If they're looking for like super killing machines, I feel like this is something that we have encountered that he may not have ever considered.
We're gonna make Stabby and Clamps from Futurama.
Just drop one of them in there, infuse them, and just let them wreak havoc.
I believe this is your Sith partner speaking, Darafin. Please be quiet.
Oh no, this is definitely me.
You realize there's probably a reason.
You actually hear laughter from her, like, that's evil.
I don't think anyone has thought of it like that before.
Good.
We're trying to create killing machines in order to wipe out the rebels, aren't we?
Yes, but you don't want them turning on you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You drop them and you leave them be. You can
There's
wipe
a
out
reason
like
that when you get a pistol, the barrel doesn't go both ways. You don't want it shooting you as well.
But that's why you drop the droid and you leave it. You don't have to be around it. It's like single droid mayhem. Just like
you realize that an asteroid launched to the planet is far cheaper than doing that.
I am still on board with the asteroid idea.
So am I. I think it's a great idea.
Why not just get these crazed droids, carry asteroids with them onto a planet? We'll just shoot them from the sky.
Oh my god, this is the great. We could have them with like rocket feet so they can direct the asteroid first and then clean up afterwards.
We'd have to get them a very nice color palette, though.
For the sake of fun.
Well, they'd have to be brown. They'd have to match the asteroid.
For the sake of the matter, are we drinking and playing sabacc while having this conversation?
We can. I like hollow chess personally.
Hollow chess is fine.
I do have proficiency in hollow chess.
I am glad that my character's not there because I'd be force choking a bitch right now.
Hey, he's trying to create these super killing machines.
That's not what he was creating.
That's the way I'm interpreting it.
That's right. I know, but that's how you interpret it. And it's like Vornu's like, "What's wrong with you?"
Mm-hmm. when this very esteemed, highly educated, doing
you do the talking,
work
don't
scientist
worry.
comes, in fact, I think that what would be best would be for you to actually be in a different room.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll make sure that the room has Space Google for you, so you can be busy, little Darafin.
No, I'm thinking maybe a Space Etch-a-Sketch.
Can I watch Space Dora the Explorer?
Perhaps, if you're a good boy.
Oh,
Dora the Space Explorer. It fits right within the name.
Soy Space Mapper.
Except it's Dora in an Imperial outfit going, "These are rebels. We hate them. They have to die."
Rocket pack, rocket pack.
Rebel, no rebelling!
Rebel, no rebelling.
What do you think, Space Boots?
Boots has been replaced by a Death Star. Just floats with her.
Well, golly, I don't know, but I sure do like blowing up their planets.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, that happened, yeah.
Yes, you realize that he's not looking to just make simple killing machines. I mean, they perfected that long ago with things like the B-1 and the B-2 battle droids. The purpose behind what he was looking to do was to make a more intelligent AI unit in the battle droid. So the long run being that you now had a battle droid that would preserve your own soldiers.
A smart super killings machine, exactly.
Yes, but then also neutralize the enemy soldiers as quickly as possible. It's really more of a life-saving device.
Oh,
Moving a
this
super
would be
killing
the
machine
opposite.
to the enemy. Got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
when you can neutralize the enemy fast enough, shock and all, they surrender, retire from the battlefield.
Okay, this would be the exact opposite.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. See, I don't know what his purpose was, so okay. That helps. Okay. I will try to think of some other things and only tell you and not him. So, yeah, don't worry.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
See, I know better. I come up with stupid ideas, but I restrict on who I tell them to. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, that's it.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'll come up with another stupid idea eventually. So yeah.
Whenever
I think we're about to arrive.
Yeah, whenever I'm ready to break into my Sith holocron, I'm gonna picture Darafin.
Good. Let the hate flow through.
That's exactly right. I know it will work.
I think I hear the alarms going off. We're getting into hyperspace.
No, I want to hear more of this. There's plenty of time in space. A lot of time. If you guys want to have any more conversations like that, please go ahead. I'm just waiting to hear what's next. Who else wants to have a little conversation? A little convy.
Always remember, in space, no one can hear you scream as you get sucked out in airlock.
Which is this button right here.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. You guys are ridiculous. All right, give me a second. I'm doing something with my phone, and then talk amongst yourselves real quick. I'm finishing up something, and then we will rock and roll.
I love playing this character. It's like a low int, high wisdom, so it's like it'll only tell certain people, but come up with the most ridiculous ideas. It makes it so much more fun.
Until that person decides they're no longer speaking to you.
Hey, I'm just trying to help.
What's up with you?
I know nothing about technology.
By getting all of us killed.
Hey, I didn't do it. I asked. See? Wisdom.
Love technology.
I'll just pull up that video of the asteroid hitting the planet that we created and let and watch that for a while with the cheesy sound effects we dubbed in.
Yeah, I know. Quack. like all the sound it hits it makes a little quack noise. Quack.
It's quacktacular.
Oh yeah, Maz missed that. Yeah, you're gonna see that video. It is like the greatest video. You will definitely appreciate it, Videstra. It is a video of an asteroid hitting a planet that has been CGI'd, but there's a different sound effect every single time the asteroid hits the planet. It is fantastic.
Sounds fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's quacktastic.
This was our last mission. It was kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I will send Zeta to go and search Darabit's quarters to see if he has tried making any schematics of these drug-induced meth
Make a schematic. That's like way beyond anything.
No, I'm genuinely praying for like an
Like
upside down turned like diner paper
like a napkin with a
placemat
little doodle. It just
with, like,
has like a little stick
crayon.
figure robot and a syringe saying like insert spice here.
Exactly. Like I'm praying to find something like that.
Make an investigation check.
25.
Does he find anything? Were you creating anything?
No, I have never done anything like that, but now I kind of wish I did.
You could just say you did. Yeah.
But I haven't. I don't put things down to paper in general unless I know that they need to be. So yeah, this idea being as dangerous as I knew it was to be would never have been on paper.
Can I persuade him to draw me out what he thinks would be a wonderful schematic to start working on his crackhead killer robots?
Sure.
I will give him a pack of crayons and graph paper.
Okay. Make a... I have no idea what you would make here. Performance check.
Me make a performance?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if you can...
23. It is the most elaborate.
It's amazing. It's the most amazing shit you've ever seen.
You actually
at
have
least
like a full
90
I mean,
schematic
for
now?
crayons and stuff,
Crayons.
yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Oh, let me see how
Cannot use,
accurate
like,
it is
90
for
of the 100
technology.
colors.
Hold on. It's a lot. So it's like crappy on the technology side, but it is very accurate in drawing like little circuits.
It looks like
where I think
it
they
looks
should be.
yeah. It's completely wrong, but it looks
Mhm.
like it could be right in a
Mhm.
made up pretend world.
Yes, this part here where it's powered by love. Yes, I very much see how that.
Oh, sorry, scratch that
Since
out.
when do
I forgot
guns
to draw the
actually
little
go pew?
lightning bolt
pew?
through it.
Yeah,
it's
he's-
supposed to be anger. It's
he's
supposed
got-
to be anger.
Yeah, it's like guns on the inside that pop out of its face and all kinds of crazy stuff. You're like, wow.
Yeah, and when they shoot, they go pew pew.
Yeah, he's got pew pew written everywhere.
With the flag.
Oh yeah, that would happen anyways. Yeah, regardless of the performance, I'm writing pew pew next to each of like the little lasers.
Is
What the?
Is
what
the
the
cape
hell
optional?
does a unicorn have to do with that?
the cape, is that optional or not?
It depends if we're airdropping them or not.
But it is rather striking, so I'm wondering if it's an aerodynamic thing.
Well, for the airdrop, yeah. So if you're airdropping, you need it in order to make sure that it doesn't hit the
It's
ground
very
too hard.
it's very not aerodynamic. Yeah, you know that
Yeah.
right off the bat.
But if
yeah.
if it's a ground troop, then no, it would only be there for flare.
I'm actually speechless at that.
All right, so this happens, and you guys finally arrive back at the base. The day of the visit from good old Dr. Jarn, Commander Jarn's coming in. And when you guys land, you guys get your ship landed and everything, and you get settled in, situated. You go to check on your stuff. For new, looks great. Shop looks great. They've got some droid stuff they're working on. Just biomechanical stuff. It's pretty standard stuff, but they've got everything set up. All the equipment and servers and hollow projections and things of that nature. It's very, 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 very nice.
And that was the last time we ever saw Vornu.
Yeah, you're thinking you could live here. You're so happy. So, Christ in heaven. What do you guys want to do before you have a few hours before the commander is supposed to report or is coming to visit?
Jalo, did you ever hear back from the?
I don't know. Did I get a response?
Do you check your messages?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You get a very short message that
mail.
says, "You're an idiot. Don't send this over the net." Second, we need to meet and talk as soon as possible. Signed off by his call sign. That's all you get back.
Okay, we communicated like this before, but maybe this is too far. Yeah,
There's one thing where you're just having a normal conversation about something. This went into some detail. He's like, "You're stupid. Why would you say this to me? You're gonna get me killed, man. What's wrong with you?"
Oops. Okay, well, I'll kind of turn to them. You guys didn't tell me military protocol. Anyway, I think we maybe need to make a pit stop and.
No, you have some time. You could easily.
With Grinning.
Yeah. Does everybody go?
I think it's probably best if perhaps maybe just who is with me.
Myself
we
and
met.
Vedestra.
Yeah. So maybe the three of us would go.
Okay, so we'll say you guys make a quick little jaunt over. It's only like it's an hour there, an hour back. You got plenty of time for Dr. Jar.
Do you need any supplies for your robotics while we're out?
Oh, she's got everything she needs.
I have everything. I will have my my group of interns go out and cure everything. Just make sure that when you come back, you're presentable looking.
Okay.
All right. So you guys head over to where he's located, over the military headquarters on the planet, and you guys walk in. He's got an office like anywhere else, and as soon as you walk in, he knows exactly who you are. He just puts his finger to his mouth, grabs his coat, and has you follow him outside. And you guys go walking outside. It looks like it's a nice little park area, with trees and stuff. And
I don't know why I'm doing this. Can I make a perception check as we're walking to see if we're being followed?
Yeah, make a perception check.
4.
You really like the trees.
11.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's an 11. I rolled a 4. But it's an
but
11.
it's still this is the best park you've seen.
No one
you
obviously
didn't know
basically-
that this park was there before, Darafin.
Okay.
You were very impressed with this park.
I rolled fine on drawing a crayon robot, but everything else has been crap all day. Just,
Priorities.
You're welcome for that.
yeah. Just all day.
So he walks outside and he kind of sits on the bench and sits down with you guys. He's like, I know you're not military, but in the future, be kind of cryptic with your messaging. I had to really do some stuff to make sure that message was, I hope, was not seen.
So sorry about that, my friend. I
And
didn't mean any harm by it.
I know you're an idiot. He starts laughing. So anyway, so I did find something interesting, but I don't know what to make of it. And he pulls out his data pad. I couldn't do that inside there. There's too many eyes and stuff. And at least out here, he's like, in fact, he kind of gets a little nervous. Let's start walking again. He starts walking. You guys are walking again.
Can I roll again?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Yeah. And I check also with my droid.
Finally! Like
Yeah.
a whole opposite thing from friggin' everything. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 20!
Congratulations, Finn.
Finally! Oh my god. this
You
is awesome.
don't see anything out of the ordinary, Finn. You don't see anything suspicious. You check. I mean, you're really on top of your game. So nothing seems to be at the moment out of place. But if anything does happen because of how well you roll, you'll be on top of it like Luke Bond. So, but yeah, he's walking with you, and he's like, let's walk and talk. And he's like, I found some strange variations. So shipments have been kind of going here and there and stuff. It took me a little bit of work, and I just happened to catch on this. But to all the fleets and from different parts of the planet, there's been this update was like here, but it was supposed to go here, and it's just little things that no one would really pick on because when supplies, this stuff happens all the time. But just over the past, say, a couple months, and they've been spread out, you know, little things here and there that's just like, I don't know. I can't make heads or tails out of it, but I just wanted you to be aware of that. I have seen some strange manifests of this was supposed to go here, and it went to the wrong place, and then they ordered this, and then a new shipment was sent, but that wasn't supposed to go there, it's supposed to go here. Someone's been doing some intricate work here, and I don't know why, but all over the planet and ships and stuff, just weird. Maybe you can make something out of it, but I certainly can't. But I'm even more baffled because of what you said happened on the 7th Fleet. Then maybe it's just someone sucks at their job. If you didn't find anything on the 7th Fleet, I mean, it's just odd.
Well, I think it's more than that. So
is it though? He's just looking at you. He's just, I mean, I'm cautious as the next person, but if you didn't find anything on the 7th Fleet, he says. But it's not just been one shipment to each fleet in all these different parts. It's been a couple. So I thought for sure when you guys said when you were going to go investigate that you would find something, but you didn't find anything. With this one shipment that was off.
Grinning. We didn't find anything on the 7th, but the 3rd, the replacement fleet, the replacement shipment, I think is where we need to focus our efforts here.
Well, I can help with that. It's going to take me a couple days. I'm assuming you're going to need like documentation, reason to go. There's a shipment going out in like 2 days, so I can get you guys on it. I can get you the names. You'll have to forge the documents yourself like previous, but
yes,
won't be a problem.
That would be good because some of the cargo wasn't what it seemed, but there was some pretty advanced security on the locks for the replacements.
Well, that's the thing. I do have some friends in intelligence, and I can't make. They seem as baffled about all this as I am. So, you know, I'm all about the Empire and serving, being kind of facetious. But it's like, I don't know what this is, but I don't want to die. So, like, I'll do my part here, but you know. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's a kind of a good partnership we formed here, but this is about as far as I'm going, brother.
I understand. I will certainly keep you out of it, and
And please crypt your messages better. Just coming out and saying that, I was like, oh no.
yes, we'll do. Code words next time, and much more vague.
Yeah, just like
read into it.
mission success. Trip was successful. Had a great time. Didn't really find anything, but something along those lines. Don't just say we went to here and we found this. No, don't do that. No, please, please. I just hope somebody didn't see it. I did what I could, but I mean, you did use some pretty good security protocols, but you never know, man. You never know who's watching. People are always watching everybody. How to mistrust.
So these, Drennan, the other shipments that you saw that were out of place, did they all involve the Third Fleet?
No, that's the thing. It's all the fleets in different places. I can't make heads or tails out of it.
Did they all have another shipment go out immediately after?
No, it was all different types of errors and stuff.
Okay.
It's very complicated and intricate. So, I mean, some were like that, but there were some that they were supposed to get a shipment and didn't, and then they got a shipment, but then one was sent the wrong place, and then it was reshipped over, but then another shipment was sent here. It's like, I mean, when you look at just the everyday intricacy of the bureaucracy, it doesn't seem out of the ordinary, but if you look at it as a pattern, it just seems strange, right? Just that it's been happening a little bit more frequently than it normally should, but there's nothing there. And again, if you didn't find anything on the 7th Fleet, then I don't know, maybe it's just we need to relook at how we are doing our supply chains. That's the only thing I can think of, because if you didn't find anything, then I don't know what to tell you, folks. Look, that's your job, not mine. I can just tell you what I found.
Would you be able to tell us who helped to load the second shipment to the Third Fleet, the replacement one, who worked on preparing it here before it got sent out?
That's a little bit higher up than I can do. If you can't find it in the manifest and stuff, and if it's not listed, then I'm not going to be much help with you there.
We do have crate numbers for the ones in particular we're looking for.
Now, I can try to see if I can track the crate number, but that's going to take some serious time. A couple days at least, try to track all that down from source and all that stuff. So I can do it, but it's going to take me a little while.
I think at this point that it may help us to figure out what's going on here.
All right, but this is as far as I go. I mean, I remember.
Understood.
Of course, if you guys discover something, mention my name. So I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Wink, wink. I was going to say no more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All
Take your time and stay under the radar.
Oh, trust me, I excel at that. And then it says, you don't mind, but don't take any offense, but I'm walking back myself. Don't follow me.
We're walking the other way.
Yeah.
Yep. Take care.
And still nothing that I can see, right? No one.
No, nothing you can see.
Okay.
No one's tracking you. You can tell at the moment. No droids, nothing. I mean, you're really your senses are tuned, and even the voice in your head's going, "Oh, don't worry, I've got it covered as well."
But he gave us the credentials for this other shipment that's going back to the Third.
Yeah, he linked it to you and stuff. So you've got the credentials and everything. You'll have to create the the documents and and come up with the name tags and stuff like that. But that's just your forging skill.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's head back to the group then. Let them know we're going on a trip in a couple of days.
Okay. You guys head back, and preparations are.
Before we go completely back, we probably want to change. Vornu said be presentable when we get back because the doctor may be there.
You guys got
we might need to change into more formal
take a shower and wash your ass and
put on our formal uniforms.
You don't have any, but
clean underwear.
Yeah,
we have our company uniforms instead of just like regular kind of fighting attire. So that's what I'm putting on.
Yeah,
you gave us a company uniform at the beginning, and then some kind of insignia that we're kind of like a mercenary rank or something. So,
yeah.
So that's effectively. I don't wear that normally because normally we're
right.
running around.
That's what I think Vornu meant by.
So that's what I'm putting on. Yeah.
Yeah, Ranger Diaperoo is Reverend Anderson in the chat. Yeah, you do that.
Always. Can't leave home without it.
All right, so you guys get all back. You take showers. You put on your best clothes. Everything's set up. The banquet has been prepared, for to say. Dr. Jarn shows up, him and his assistant, and he comes up to you, Vornu. He's like, Commander Vornu, it's good to see you again.
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you again as well, sir.
I'm super excited to see your lab and to see what you've got ready to go to be set up. I'm super excited.
Well, I mean, we finally had the last of the equipment arrive within a few days. So, I mean, we've got it all laid out here. We have set up over in that area. There are more of the milling machines for customized droid parts. But then the computer base is all in this area here.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. And you see him kind of touch his glasses. You know, I got to get the new pair. He keeps doing this, keep falling off. I bet I always get so distracted with my work. You understand, right?
Oh, of course. It's so easy.
And he's in his military officer, but you can tell he is a scientist first, military second, because he's nice and presentable, but stuff's a little off here and there. It's like he just doesn't give a shit because he's just about the work. Like he wears it because he has to, not because he wants to, kind of thing. Like, I'm sorry, I just came back from the lab. We've been working on some. It's fantastic, but I'm starving. We haven't eaten all day. I
sent the interns out.
He smiles and says, I have a present for you today. But let's eat first and talk, because I would love to catch up, and I'm famished and love some wine or something stronger if you have it.
I guess I had the interns go out, and one of them was old enough to go to the liquor store, so he was able to bring back a few bottles of wine,
wow,
a couple of bottles of brandy.
Yep.
And,
that works for me. It's just lead on.
Come with me. Yes.
All right. So you guys all there, and he greets all of you and gives you nods and shakes your hand, and it's like, oh yeah, and he remembers the people that were there before. Oh yeah, how are you doing? That kind of thing. He's very just nonchalant, cavalier about just walking around, shaking your guys' hand and saying hi. He's not intimidated by the Sith either. He's like, oh, I've never seen a Sith this close before. He's just like, he wants to ask you. You can see in his eyes, Vormax and Talrax, that Talrax and Oz, that he's like, there's like 900,000 questions he wants to ask you, but he's disciplining himself.
Osk raises a scale.
Yeah, he just...
Which is interesting, because I was with Vornu when we visited you.
Yes, he remembers, but he didn't get a chance to... He was so... he's one of those people that when he's locked on and talking about it, he just... Everything else becomes secondary. But now that he's out of that mode and he's like, oh... that kind of thing. So you guys go in, you have a nice dinner, drinks are served, you guys sit down and have a great dinner. Conversation is just normal conversation and stuff like that. The Grand Moff is there as well, fascinatingly, entertaining this guest, and he's highly respectful around her, and she's asked some polite questions and stuff like that, and just idle chat, and you guys have brandies afterwards, a little bit of dessert, and then he's like, so I can't wait to see the facilities. And the Grand Moff says, I can't wait to see them either. She kind of gives you a look, Vornu, like, that shit better be tight, yo. Since she paid for everything.
I will escort them all into the lab.
Yep, you guys walk in there, and then you see that the lab is set up, and you kind of go through the formalities. You see that there is a specialized box that's been brought in. You see the assistants just standing there kind of waiting and stuff, and but he says, hold on that, and you show him all the stuff, and he's, oh yeah, and that's this, and oh, I've got one of those in my shop, and you know what you need to get is one of these, and your guys are changing notes and things like that, and you can tell the Grand Moff is impressed. It's the money was spent well, and it looks great, everything's up and running, and things are starting to happen, and he says, now, Grand Moff, with your permission, she's like, granted. He's like, I have a special treat for you, Vornu. I can't wait. He says, and he just goes over to the box and he pushes a button, and the box kind of like a transformer starts opening it up, and then one of the droids slowly, it was like it's crunched over and then pops up, and you can see that it's got, and the one before was incomplete, but this one has full silvery metallic skin up to its face, which looks like a normal face, and its eyes even the other thing, they look like they're silver as well, but the face has been just, it's like think of an entire silver body, bald head, but the face has human face on the very front of it, right? It's cut out through here, through the chin, but it looks human, right? It looks humanoid. He says, I have brought you one of these for your own. And what I would love for you to do is to see what you can learn. I figured 2 minds are better than 1. I'm very impressed with your work and your knowledge of droids. And then I was waiting to see if you could create a facility. And I got permission. And he's like, here you go. I want you to test it out. Do what you see, if you can find anything, and look at my work. And he says, I'm gonna share my work with you. And what do you think?
I'm pretty sure that Vordu almost passed us out.
Make a Constitution check, saving throw.
$17.
You hold on from literally not fainting. You compose yourself and don't go like a little schoolgirl and go crazy.
Well, thank you very much. I'm humbled. Wow. I will run it through every test I can conceive of. I
appreciate that. And he says, it's just on its basic mode, and he looks at his assistant. If you want to activate it, it can talk all kind. I can't wait to show you all this. And the assistant, you see the assistant hits a couple things, and then you see the eyes flutter, and then it just starts moving like in a normal stance. It says, fully automated. I cannot wait to show you like everything that this thing can do. And he says, and he points at this assistant again, like, let's do a demonstration. And the assistant hits a button, and all of a sudden she's hitting the button, nothing's happening. She's like, I don't know, it's not working. He's like, well, let me check that for a second. He comes over there, starts looking at it. It's like, well, that's not right. What is this? And he's like messing with it. Then all of a sudden you see all of you at once. Droid's eyes go from black to glowing red. Turns its head.
Force pull him out of the way.
Not fast enough. You see this.
Shit.
It turns its head, puts up his arm like faster than you've ever seen, and fires. And that's where we're going to leave the episode for this week. Cliffhanger.
Who did he fire at?
Well, at the doctor.
It's 12 minutes left.
Oh, no.
Hour.
So, let's tune in next week, hopefully, where we can continue on with the story.
Tune in
What will
5 to
happen?
6 weeks from now.
Oh, please don't say that, because that really...
Oh, please don't.
I hope not.
I hope not. We're trying to be more consistent, but, there's been some stuff, the real world stuff happens and things of that nature. But we will be back, hopefully, next week, 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern, do some more D&D with Star Wars with you guys, and continue on with the story and stuff like that. So I hope you guys are having fun. If you are, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already. The one thing I wish we could do, but we can, is have like Star Wars music in the background. But yeah, that would be demonetized, and you would never see the streams. So
I'm gonna work on that. I think there is some stuff. When we were searching for the
good
other
luck
campaign-
with that, Finn.
No. It's not actual Star Wars one, but when I was searching for music for the other campaign, right, I did come across some that might fit this one.
Maybe, but it's gotta be kind of Star Warsy, but not Star Warsy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it can't be Star Warsy.
Ideas.
Yeah,
I have some ideas.
But yeah, so we'll work on that.
Audio Jungle's got some royalty-free Star Wars stuff.
They say that, but the next thing we know, we get copyright all over the place on YouTube because
we get the copyright stuff like a year later, which is fine. It's all old. So yeah. It's good.
So, but we're working on that just to spruce it up a little bit. You gotta have the music, but the reason why we haven't had music, someone asked me that the other day, and I thought I'd address it. Is like Star Wars, and you can't really play Star Wars music in the background because they'll take the video down and copyright the hell out of it.
Actually, what needs to happen is Finn needs to start practicing with his
clarinet.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, please, no, God, no.
And we could do like duets. It would be awesome.
Yeah, let's no. How about no, Scott?
I could do most of Duel of the Fates on guitar, but I will get tired.
Yeah. My hand. So with that,
playing da 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 for an hour.
So with that, we're gonna call this one done. Have a great rest of your night. You guys are doing anything at 8 p.m. Finn Sunday night gaming?
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Okay. So relax, be cool, chill. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes lunch stream and GAC. Finn will do his GAC tomorrow. We got Marballs happen tomorrow night. There's some normal daily routine of stuff throughout the week and stuff, so it'll be a lot of fun. And I get to spend a lot of day in the hill farting around. So with that, we're going to call this one done. I've got dinner waiting for me, so I'm going to go eat some food. So with that, everyone have a great rest of your night. Be safe, and we will haunt you later.